6 mysterious websites you should never visit. Full YouTube video script, approximate. 10 to 20 minutes read time. Clapperboard intro, approximate 120 words. The internet is vast. So vast that it's estimated we've only explored a fraction of what's out there. Beneath the surface of social media feeds and recipe blogs lies something much darker and much stranger. In tonight's video, we're diving into 6 of the most mysterious and disturbing websites ever discovered online. These are sites you might stumble across late at night or hear whispered about in obscure forums. But be warned, some of these pages are said to track your IP, crash your browser, or worse. Whether they're part of a forgotten ARG, an unsolved internet mystery, or something far more sinister, these websites are best left alone. Let's begin. Spiderweb 1. A858. The Reddit cipher that no one could crack. Approximate 250 words. It began innocently enough. A Reddit user by the name of 858D45F56D9BC9 started posting long strings of hexadecimal code back in 2011. There was no explanation, just post after post of cryptic data, uploaded almost daily. At first, users dismissed it as spam, but then a few curious minds began digging deeper, and they realized the strings weren't random. They were encoded messages. A small online community formed around trying to decipher them. Some messages translated into philosophical musings, others coordinates, math equations, even entire image files. The posts were consistent for years. Then A858 suddenly went silent. For over a year, nothing. Then, as mysteriously as it had stopped, the account came back online, posting more codes. Many believe this wasn't just one person. Some theorize it was an AI test. Others are convinced it was a government experiment or even an alien signal. While it's no longer active, the subreddit is still up, frozen in time, filled with unanswered riddles. If you visit it now, you'll see users still trying to decode its final posts. But fair warning, some who got too deep say they received anonymous emails asking them to stop. Drop of Blood 2. Mortis.com. The website that wants to be forgotten. Approximate 300 words. There's a strange rule in internet mystery lore. The more a site resists being found, the more people want to find it. Mortis.com is a prime example. Back in the early 2000s, Mortis.com was just a blank page with a login prompt. That's it. No sign-up form. No help page. Just a password field and a white screen. Curious visitors tried guessing the password, and when that failed, they looked deeper. That's when things got strange. It turns out the Mortis.com server hosted over 9,000 encrypted files, but none of them could be accessed. Even experienced hackers couldn't break into the archive. Ahoy's search showed that the domain was registered in Switzerland under a private owner. No contact info. No digital footprint. Then in 2016, someone on a deep web forum claimed they had decrypted one of the files and that it was an anatomical video involving real human experimentation. Suddenly, the site went offline. For years, the domain was dead. Then, without warning, it came back. The same blank page. Some think it's a CIA dead drop server. Others say it was used for occult purposes. But no one has ever proven what Mortis.com is, or was really used for. It's online again today, but we're not linking to it, and we don't recommend you visit. Those who did, a few claimed their devices were bricked. Others say they received physical mail with no return address. 3. www.takethislollipop.com. A site that knows you. Approximate 250 words. This one's different, because unlike the others, this site will personalize the horror just for you. Takethislollipop.com launched in 2011 as a social media experiment, but it quickly spiraled into something far more unsettling. When you first visit, it asks you to take this lollipop. If you agree and sign in with your Facebook account, it begins a real-time horror experience. You'll watch a short film where a sweaty, jittery man stalks you through your own social media. He looks at your photos, scrolls your posts, tracks your location. You'll see your profile appear on his screen. Then he gets in a car. A GPS lights up. He's driving to your house. The realism was so shocking that many users thought it was an actual stalker threat. The site was briefly taken down due to privacy concerns, but it later returned as Takathis Lollipop 2. This time, it used Zoom calls and deepfake AI to create a completely unique experience for each user. While it was intended as a warning about data privacy, many say the site went too far. One woman claimed the deepfake version mimicked her deceased brother's voice during the Zoom sequence. Another man reportedly received a follow-up call the next day from a blocked number. Today, the site still runs as a kind of interactive art horror piece. But don't be surprised if, after visiting, your online world feels a little less safe. Candle 4. Cicada 3301. The puzzle that may still be watching. Approximate 300 words. It began with a single image. On January 4th, 2012, an anonymous user posted a black image with white text to 4chan. It read, "Hello. We are looking for highly intelligent individuals. To find them, we have devised a test." That test would become known as Cicada 3301, and it sparked one of the most elaborate internet scavenger hunts in history. The puzzles included cryptography, classical literature, steganography, number theory, and even real-world coordinates, where clues were physically posted in cities around the globe. Thousands tried to solve it. Only a few claimed to succeed. But here's the creepy part. No one knows who created Cicada 3301. Some believed it was a recruitment tool for the NSA or CIA. Others were convinced it was the work of a secret society or a cult. The puzzles returned in 2013 and again in 2014. But after that, nothing. Then, a man claiming to have been recruited by Cicada anonymously posted that it was far more than a puzzle. It was an experiment in control. He alleged that the group used psychological testing to determine how obedient solvers were, not how intelligent, but how willing they were to follow disturbing instructions. Some believe the site may still be live on the dark web, waiting to be activated again. But if you ever stumble on a Cicada puzzle, be careful, because solving it might lead you into something you can't back out of. Telephone Receiver 5. Daisy's Destruction. The forbidden video you should never seek out. Approximate 200 words. Content warning. Warning, warning. The following entry is extremely disturbing and involves real criminal activity. Viewer discretion is advised. Daisy's Destruction isn't a traditional website, but it's often tied to one, a now-defunct dark web domain that allegedly hosted the infamous video. The video was created by Peter Scully, one of the most vile criminals in internet history. It was considered so horrifying that even hardened investigators had to take psychological leave. At one time, a hidden dark website sold access to these videos under a paywall protected by cryptocurrencies. The site is now gone. Peter Scully was arrested in the Philippines and sentenced to life imprisonment. But for years, people still searched for the domain, driven by morbid curiosity. Authorities warn, just searching for links to this site could land you on an FBI watch list. There are some corners of the internet where curiosity can destroy you. This is one of them. 6. Help Me, the website that cries out. Approximate 250 words. I'm trapped. Please help. That's the only message that appeared on the website. helpme.com. First spotted in 2015, the page was stark white, with blood-red text and a blinking cursor. It featured a chat box, but it didn't work like normal Instead of sending messages, the box would autofill responses. People claimed they saw phrases like, "They're watching me," "It hurts when I try to move," "Please don't go." Then the page would freeze. Some said their webcams blinked on. Others claimed the site redirected them to garbled surveillance footage showing an unknown room. One Redditor claimed they reverse image searched one of the video frames and found a police missing persons poster from 1999. Eventually, the domain was seized and labeled as under investigation. Was it an ARG, a trap, or something darker? No one knows. The site has resurfaced under similar names: helpme22.net, h311pm3.io, and others. But every version ends the same way, with a blank screen. And sometimes, your browser history shows you were never there at all. Clapperboard, OUTRO. Approximate 100 words. The internet was meant to connect us, but sometimes it reveals things we were never meant to see. From unsolvable puzzles to real crimes buried beneath anonymity, these websites are more than just eerie. They're dangerous. So if you ever stumble upon a strange URL in a forgotten forum or deep in a YouTube comment thread, think twice before clicking, because some websites don't want to be found. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with any internet mysteries you'd like us to cover next. Until next time, stay curious, but careful.